destroyed. Watch them move from D.C. going into Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado. The hate groups being attacked, the Christians being attacked on the internet. And the rise of plagues, AIDS and leprosy. And so there's a few things to watch for. Even if all these things do start happening, then probably most likely martial law in September would put it at this year as well. So martial law could start as early as September this year. So just a heads up on that. Hi, Sherry. Quick question. What kind of evil things can resist orgone? Also, kind of the things that would stand at my daughter's bed night have fled. Good to hear. Quebec, Canada. What kind of evil things can resist orgone? Or I think, well, what do you mean, like what kind of evil things can orgone repulse? Evil doesn't like orgone. Anything evil. It doesn't bother humans. But if a human is possessed by demons or aliens, then the human will become agitated. Some humans will break out in boils that are around orgone. You'll see them get very agitated, very angry. But that's, it's not going to, do a lot of whole physical damage to a human over it. It burns aliens, demonic beings, why they don't like being around it. It's positive, good energy. It's a life energy, a healing energy, and of course anything good they can't stand. So that's pretty much why the Lord led us into it. Because it's almost like just anointing your house and keeping it anointed 24/7. And if some of you are into anointing your homes, you have to keep doing it over and over and over again because the anointing wears off. With the orgone, it's like your house is anointed 24 hours, 7 days a week. Oh, that's the feed. Is it on your end or mine? Mine seems to be going pretty good. Hopefully this is just an old email. Question from a listener. What's the deal with that earthquake at Evansville, Indiana this past weekend? With everything being so crazy, I don't know what was Yah's doing to get our attention. If it was the government's heart program like pre-Katrina run or something, I don't know. What do you think? According to David Booth over at that whatdoesitmean.com or whatreallyhappened.com, there was an explosion. Apparently the two factions, what it sounds like to me, I'll put it down into my own lingo so I understand it, help you understand it. There's two factions in the United States. There's the New World Order faction, and then there's COM3. And COM3 is a very super secretive faction. It's made up of former and retired military and intelligence agents, and they work jointly with alien beings, the humanoids, such as the Nordics. And they work as a faction to fight against Bush's New World Order faction. And so you have a patriotic group, what appears to be a patriotic group, fighting underground against the overt satanic Bush cabal and his New World Order group. And parts of this is starting to play out with the Air Force because they're trying to stop our government from going to war with Iran. And so apparently this earthquake has something to do with one of the nuke jets or whatever that was taking off to go to Iran over being firebombed or whatever. You'd have to read the whole story at whatreallyhappened.com. Usually the articles over there have a grain of truth to them, and then the rest is like chew the grass, spit out the hay type of stuff. And so, just a lot of infighting. And supposedly this earthquake had something to do with this jet crashing or whatever, causing an earthquake. I don't know. It seems like some little bit of fighting over there at an Air Force base. Quick question for the show. Hi, Sherry. Great show. Thank you for your labor of love for the Lord and getting out this information every week. You've helped me and my family beyond words. My question for the show, since I have been speaking up about the information received from your show, I am coming under increased persecution. Yeah, it's par for the road. Recently, I feel Satan has sent someone into my life for a purpose. Can I get in details now? A question will orgone help expose this person if indeed they are going to be used by Satan to attack and destroy my testimony. I wouldn't be without it. Everybody who starts waking up becomes an automatic target for Satan. I mean, I've had somebody recently started reading my websites, and before he knows it, his computer's getting attacked by the Space Command. And he's following all these attacks on his computer to the FBI in 6 different states, the CIA, Naval Intelligence, the Space Command. I mean, all this just for visiting my websites. And so it's just kind of par for the course, folks. They know as well as I do that the Lord's leading his people to my sites to wake up. And so that's how you become targeted. You become a number to them. Okay, that's number one, whatever. They think they have 9 or 10,000. The 144,000 track. And so what they do is build their database and where they think all of the 144,000 are. And, isn't it interesting that they use my websites as one of their best database collectors in targeting who the 144,000 are? Because I've always said I'm not here to build an army, I'm just here to wake one up. And that's 144,000. That's today's army of the Lord. And so interesting that so many other people so quick to judge and hate me while the government puts all their time and resources onto me because they know who and what I am. So it's very interesting. But just par for the road. You know what? It makes us a lot stronger when we don't have to learn how to fight all against these attacks. I mean, I wouldn't have even known about Oregon if I wasn't getting tired of being fried to death, sitting at my computer going under alpha attacks. I was asking the Lord how to stop the alpha attacks. And it's from there that we've learned everything else that the Oregon could do, and stopping chemtrails, stopping alpha attack, the fact that aliens and demons were repulsed by it. So that's how we learn. Sometimes it's just from suffering things first. Question from a listener. Hello, Sherry. Have you heard the latest on when exactly the market will crash, where the public will actually know when our money will convert over to the euro? Don't know about money conversion. If the market crashes, there's no money. So how would there be money to convert to euros? I'm not a big economic scientist here. It seems like we won't get that far. If this Maitreya shows up, most Christians aren't going to get very far because they're coming after us. Before most people even realize Maitreya is here, they're going to be in camps. They're going to be rounded up. They're going to move quickly to take out the Christians when he comes because he's so mad when he gets here. P.S. How's July looking this year? I know it's their playtime and notorious UFO activity. Stay out of D.C. in July, folks. You know, they're going to go after D.C., and no one's happier than Bush. I mean, I just want to puke when I see in the codes about this massive famine that's going on right now, the silent famine. They're muzzling it, keeping it silent, and no one's happier than Bush. He's totally elated that the famine's hitting. He loves suffering. He loves death. He feeds off of it. He loves the energy of just people in turmoil and suffering. They're Satan freaks, folks. You know, they serve Satan, and they don't think, they're not normal people. They don't think like we do. They don't have compassion like we do. They don't have normal human emotions like we do. And so once people wake up to what Bush really is, then maybe they'll get off their butts and start stocking up some food and medicine and water for their families and for the coming times. Question from a listener. Isn't this July 2008 when they plan to crash an unmanned spacecraft at Cassini with a nuke into Saturn to turn it into a star, hoping that it will warm up one of Saturn's moons to make it habitable in a couple of years? As he really reads between the lines anytime they do something in space. I don't know anything about a spacecraft Cassini. I see the Capricorn and the codes all the time. They were supposed to blow up Jupiter. Their plans were to blow up Jupiter to make it, because Jupiter is only 10% away from being a full star, because 90% of it is gaseous. So they were going to give it that extra 10% by nuking it, and we'd have a second sun in the sky, this bright star, because they wanted to mimic the star of Bethlehem when Satan arrives on Earth. And so watch for Jupiter being blown up in a year or two. If they ever go back to that. When they tried before, they practiced it with a nuke warhead a couple years ago. Question from a listener. You know of this website, surfingtheapocalypse.com. Yes, very familiar. Have you heard of the Satanic Calendar? Ronald Wineland exposed by Ziggy Bite. Please share how you know not to ponder the Lord. Ronald Wineland, you know, I get so many emails about him. It drives me nuts. He's not a witness. And I sent him an invitation to join my witness club for men. Yeah, you know, grain of salt, folks. Ask the Lord, teach you discernment, to lead you in truth in all things. And then when your crap detector goes off, you'll know. You'll recognize these people for what they are. Another question, please, how do I know that I belong to the Lord? Those who are the sons of God are led by the Spirit of God. Very easy. When they seek the Lord. The biggest thing about that, some people, are deceived by thinking, oh, I said this 30-second prayer, and now I'm going to heaven for eternity, and now I can live like the devil the rest of my life. You get this unlicensed to sin mentality. Those who love